What's going on, FG fam, and welcome to another episode of the Cincinnati Bengals franchise here on Madden 21 Next Gen. We have an action-packed episode for you today. 4 more games in the books. We will show you highlights to every single one of those games, as well as all the big news for the team as we get started with some big news involving T. Higgins. He has an opportunity to go up to superstar development with 3 touchdowns or 150 plus total yards in the game against the Detroit Lions. So we'll see what ends up happening in that game. Make sure you guys drop a like on the episode and subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise. That's all we do. Let's get started. First and goal for the Bengals early on in the game. 3 yards out for Joe Mixon for the first touchdown of the ball game. And Joe Mixon giving the Bengals a lead. Later on, they holding that lead 14-9. There's a throw back in the end zone. It's T. Higgins for the first time. That's 1. He needs 3. We'll see if he can get them. So 21-9, Bengals another opportunity. Here's Burrow looking for Higgins again. What a grab in traffic. A little held up there at the 50-yard line. And T. Higgins with a great grab. T. Higgins looking good early in the game. Hopefully he can just continue that trend. 2nd and 1. Here's Burrow throwing to Bernard, and D'Angelo Bernard finding his way to the 16-yard line as the clock running out in the first half. So 1st and 10 for Burrow and company. Here's the throw into the end zone for Higgins, and he gets the toe drag grab in the back of the end zone, his second of the day. He only needs 1 in the second half. Hopefully he can get it. Here in the 4th quarter with 1:20 to go, 3rd and 4. Nobody's open, but buying time is Burrow. He finds Jonnu Smith in the end zone for the touchdown. Bengals do win 37-16. Very handedly. Rushing was the main thing for the Bengals in this game. 190 yards on the ground. Joe Burrow makes sure that they win this game. 18 of 29 for 235, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 blemishes, 2 interceptions. Stafford 21 of 39 for 244 and a touchdown. Joe Mixon ran for 168 and 2 scores. In the receiving game, Jonnu Smith had the most yards, 82. T. Higgins only had 45. He only had 2 touchdowns. He needed 1 more. So he will not be getting his depth trait upgrade, unfortunately. And you can see the only 2 interceptions were by Detroit, but Logan Wilson had a forced fumble and recovery. And yes, like I said, T. Higgins not going to get that development trait upgrade. So he will be stuck at star development as we take a look at the injury report. And another injury added is Von Bell with a partial ACL tear. That will make Hawkins the starting strong safety. Porter Gustin, however, has an opportunity for a dev trait upgrade. That is probably not the man I would have thought would have gotten a dev trait upgrade this year, but he just needs 1 interception, forced fumble, TFL, or sack in order to get his upgrade. We'll see if he's able to do it as we're taking on the Chicago Bears. Bears with a new quarterback and starting quarterback Simmons. No Mitch Trubisky on the team anymore. We'll see what'll happen here. 3rd and 2. Here's Joe Burrow. And in the 2nd quarter, Joe Burrow going to try to take off for the end zone. He fumbles the football. It is recovered by Chicago. And Eddie Goldman on the force. Here's 2nd and 4, and Burrow under some pressure, and that's going to get intercepted. Picked up and taken down the left sideline. It's Jenkins, and he brings it back to the 13-yard line. Bears in really good shape here to maybe add to their lead. Here's Simmons with Cohen in the backfield, and Simmons on 1st and 10, looking to throw end zone. Back corner of the end zone, he finds Allen Robinson for the touchdown. Allen Robinson very happy to have young Simmons as his quarterback. It's 13-7 later on in the game. This could be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Up the middle, complete to Tyler Boyd, and it is a 1st and goal for Cincinnati. On the other side of the quarter break here, 4th quarter, Burrow to Mixon, and Mixon with the tough running gets into the end zone. Bengals take the 1-point lead on Joe Mixon's first rushing touchdown of the day. Here's Simmons on 2nd and goal. Simmons to the end zone. He completes it to Darnell Mooney And Mooney to the end zone for the Bears lead. They missed the 2-point conversion. They're up 5 points with 3:22 to go. And there's Joe Mixon into the end zone for the touchdown. Joe Mixon scores. It's 20-19. Bengals missed the 2-point conversion. Simmons with an opportunity, throwing deep on 3rd and 9. It's incomplete. Bears going for the possibly game-winning field goal here, and it is doinked off the right upright, and the Bears just cannot get away from double doinks. This is Mason Crosby, and he doinks it off the right upright. Bears lose 20-19. Bengals get the victory again with another semi-dominant rushing performance. Their rushing has been better than their passing in the last couple of games. They actually lost the turnover battle there, but they were able to win the ball control with their running game. James Simmons, 27-39 for 269, nice, and 2 touchdowns, 69% completion, very nice. 20 of 29 for 280, a touchdown and a pick for Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon, 90 yards and 2 touchdowns on his day. David Montgomery was basically a non-factor. Second game in a row that Jonnu Smith was our leading receiver in yardage. And we look for a little more from Burrow, throwing to the wideouts, that's for sure. Khalil Mack, the sack attack, got his job done. He had a sack and a half in today's game, a pick for Rayshon Jenkins, forced fumble for Eddie Goldman, or forced fumble for somebody that was recovered by Eddie Goldman. I'm sorry, I missed that. Porter Gustin, though, roll out the red carpet for him because he has gotten his star dev trait. So somebody did something this episode as we move into the game at home against the Baltimore Ravens. This is a very important game. Obviously, all divisional games are going to be wildly important as the Ravens, the Browns, they're very good teams in this franchise right now. Here is Lamar Jackson across the middle. He finds Will Fuller, the new Raven, for the touchdown, wearing 84 for this team. They're up 7-3, and Joe Mixon, again with some tough running this episode. Joe Mixon has really trucked some people, and he will take some pictures with fans in the stands as Joe Mixon, a celebrity in Cincinnati. They take the lead 10-7. Now 10-10. Lamar Jackson handing off to Leonard Fournette. They pick up a 4th and 1 at the end of the half. Leonard Fournette, another new addition to this offense for Lamar Jackson. He'll hand off to Fournette again on 2nd and 1, stiff-arming and picking up the touchdown. Baltimore taking the lead 17-10. Here's Joe Burrow on 2nd and 8, and Burrow on the slant play. Tyler Boyd in the 3rd quarter picking up the touchdown. And the Bengals have tied it up at 17. Later on, Justin Tucker, opportunity to take a 10-point lead for the Ravens. Flag on the play, and this one is going to be a roughing the kicker against Stephen Phillips. So Stephen Phillips, the boneheaded play, gives the Ravens an opportunity to get a touchdown on the board, and they do. Touchdown back of the end zone to Mark Andrews. Instead of a 10-point lead, it's a 14-point lead at 31-17. 2nd and 3, Burrow looks too long. He loses the football, and it's picked up by Baltimore. Matthew Judon on the force, and Brandon Williams on the recovery. Ravens do nothing with that possession. Bengals, one last opportunity, and Burrow is intercepted, pressing too hard across the middle to Wilson, and Tavon Wilson with the interception seals the 31-17 victory for Baltimore. They got off 153 rushing yards today. They were dominant on the ground. The ball control was perfect, and they won the turnover battle. And Burrow does not like losing to division rivals on his home turf, but it's what happened today. 26 of 40 for 289, 3 touchdowns and a pick for Lamar Jackson. Leonard Fournette had 81 yards rushing. Tyler Boyd, 88 yards and a touchdown for him, led all receivers. Devin Duvernay with a touchdown, so did Will Fuller, the new Raven. 2 sacks for Matthew Judon, 2 for K'Wan Short. DJ Reader, Torrance got in on sacks. J.C. Jackson got our only interception. And just a tough loss as we go into the final game of the episode, into SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. It is a Burrow and Herbert battle in this one. Let's check out the highlights, but before we do, Division leaders, you can see the playoff picture as we are through 11 games played. This will be the 12th. 2nd and 6. Here's Joe Burrow looking, and he's got a wide open T. Higgins. Blown coverage on T. Higgins, and Higgins into the end zone with a 60-yard touchdown play. T. Higgins has just been amazing. I'm seeing in the comments that you guys like him having 85. Well, he's going to keep it then. Austin Eckler on 4th and 1 picks up the first down. 16 runs for 36 for him. A 4th and 6 later on, down 17-10. Herbert going to the end zone. It's a catch, but he's pushed out of bounds. Mike Williams. Good defense by J.C. Jackson. So Bengals take over and get it all the way downfield. 2nd and goal. Burrow taken off with just 2:11 to go, and he runs it in for the touchdown. His first career rushing touchdown. That can't be correct. But 24-10. And then later on, another opportunity for the Bengals, and Joe Mixon takes it outside for the touchdown away from Drew Tranquill. And that's going to seal the deal. A 31-10 victory for Cincinnati on the road in LA, holding the Chargers to just 48 yards rushing, and of course, winning the turnover battle. That'll definitely always help. Justin Herbert goes down to the #1 overall pick in his draft, and rightfully so. Joe Burrow was 14 of 26, 256 and 2 touchdowns in the game. Herbert 30 of 48 for 320, a touchdown and a pick. Mixon ran for 57 and a touchdown to lead all rushers. Burrow, of course, got his touchdown as well. Keenan Allen led all receivers with 95 and a touchdown. T. Higgins only 2 catches for 68 and a touchdown, though. And Joe Mixon had one 26-yard touchdown catch. On defense, 2 sacks from Melvin Ingram and DJ Reader. Torrance again getting in there with a sack. J.C. Jackson, another pick for him on his season. And there were no fumbles in the ball game. So, taking a look at the standings, Browns, Ravens, Bengals, all 9-3. Colts are 9-3, leading the South. In the AFC East, it's the Patriots at 7-5, leading the way. In the West, 9-3, the Chiefs are leading the way. In the NFC, Packers lead the North at 7-5. In the South, it is the Falcons at 9-3, the Bucs at 8-4. Competing there, the Eagles and Giants are both 7-5 in the NFC East, and the NFC West featuring the Seahawks at 9-3, Cardinals at 7-5. Current playoff picture, it would be something like this. The Bengals would be going into Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Titans would visit the Browns. The Ravens would visit the Patriots. Niners would visit the Seahawks, Giants would visit the Packers, and the Bucs would visit the Eagles. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We finish out the regular season in the next episode. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. For the love of franchise content, it is literally all we do here. We can build a winner together. If you want to see some more franchise, make sure you guys click right here to see some more franchise.